Okay, we are live. All right, so the early morning sell-off has faded. We're rebounding here, down about just a little over a half percentage point. When we want to take a look at the bias of bulls versus bears, let's look at the percentage uh, current bar sell signals, and being at 39 or 40% is not going to take us positive on the day. Oh, that's going to need to drop down to the teens or single digits. But it is possible to take us off the lows, off the lows of where, excuse me, higher from here, higher from here. No, I have not been drinking. So Qs rallied off their lows. All right, so let's take a look at the closing charts to get a vibe for what the structure looks like here. And I want to begin with the triple Qs. Here's what I think is going to happen. Let's refresh this. Okay. So we broke support. I said last night on Market Wrap that in all probability this was a break, but I said let's be conservative. Sure enough, they gapped it down. And I think what they're going to do is they're going to rally this back. We will be back at that 20-period moving average in green, this blue line here. They both coincide with one another. They're going to try to recapture this tomorrow, Friday. It's going to happen. And I have to believe that they're going to try to close this back above that mark, because if they close it down today below this mark, that is a breakout point failure, also known as a confirmed bull trap, and they know it. Now, looking at the structure of the market, we still have only 49 of the NASDAQ 100 companies trading above their 50-day moving average. So we've been down below this all day long. I think we were at 48 last night, maybe 47. So think about it. Still technically weak. When we take a look at the Pimp Mac Daddies of them all, Microsoft, that's down consistent with the market. It tapped its 50-day moving average today for the first time since late April. NVIDIA, down consistent with the market. All of these are going to rally. NVIDIA is going to rally, try to recapture the support level. Amazon's going to rally, going to try to recapture the support level. Netflix, they're going to try to put a higher low in here. SoundHound getting destroyed today, down 6.5%. Let's bring up Palantir. That really got whacked today. But it's well off of its lows. I mean, it's almost positive. This is a major reversal bar. Wow. This is an island reversal. So where do I think they're going to rally this to? Right here. Between 170, 165, that's where they're going to take it. I do think that they're going to rally these names. The question is, does it hold? Let's say hello to folks. Chubby Charles, welcome. George, welcome. Mr. Sean, hello, sir. Thoughts on Boyle. I'm watching for one more washout to about 24 or lower. Let's bring it up. Before we go there, let's just talk about FLNG. Beautiful day today. Up nearly 3.5%. Beautiful, beautiful price action. As for Boyle, I'd like to see him whack it, take it down to around 22.50. Let's go to the weekly view. 31.25 is pretty stiff resistance. We have a ton of volume here. So your 24 is in the realm of where we could rally. I mean, pull back to. Sorry, pull back. Talon, welcome. Yeah, I think the key is that you probably had a lot of people that thought that today was the day we're going to break, and I don't like to short into a sell off like today, especially not early in the day. If we get a nice little pullback here today, rally today on XRP, let's check out Bitcoin, and we'll talk about Bitcoin doing okay. So let's go over to the Qs for a moment. If you went shorting this expecting that today was going to be the day where we drop like a rock, I think that's a mistake. The strategy I would employ is look for the rally, look for the resistance level, look for the rejection, and that's when you start adding more to your position. And if and when we break today's lows, that, my friends, is when you start getting aggressive to the short side, because that's a continuation breakdown. So I think you need to be patient here. For us, it's a good day. We're short. We made a few bucks. Our plays with UNH, I think this is off its lows. UNH was firmly below 300 earlier, currently back above it. So the more we test the support level, the more the probability that it remains a floor. The longer the consolidation, the greater the validation of any breakout. As for CNC, of which we're also long, we are off the high here. We gave up some gains here. $30 remains a resistance level. Looks like we're going to need a higher low here, so I'm not going to be the least bit surprised to see a pullback on CNC and then a rally through $30 a share. Our price target is between $35 and $40 per share. Then we lighten up. We'll keep UNH for the longer term. You are very welcome, Sean. All right, so let's check out some other names here. Carew. Not much happening there. Let's bring up Target. They took swan dive this morning, and they remained, wow, they were down a lot more. This is like the Pimp Mac Daddy of a bear flag setup. I think we could fill this gap, but then ultimately we roll over here on Target. Home Depot. Nasty day. Lowe's, they reported they're up over 30%. This is a bearish candlestick to me. We are seeing selling off of the highs. Nice little Bollinger Band squeeze set up here. Any thoughts on UPS? Yeah. If you have an ear, I have an opinion. UPS. Avoid like the plague. So, and I'm bullish on UPS. I think I want to buy it. I'm going to do a video on it. I'm not ready to pontificate about valuation or anything like that yet. I know it's rather cheap, but once I get my research done, I'll be doing a video. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But this, to me, is a bear flag setup. So here's your nasty sell-off, dead cat bounce. It's a setup for another lower high. So I would not be a buyer here. All right. I would avoid right now to create a base. You want to see this thing break, put in a higher low or retest the prior low, hold, maybe even undercut the prior low, and then rally through this pivot point, which was at around, let's call it 88.50 per share. You get a close above that mark. It's probably safe to go buying UPS. Right now, I think this is setting up for a continuation breakdown. I would avoid it. And not only that, but I want to point out something. I mentioned this on Market Wrap, and that is the Dow transportation sector, which I mentioned last night. We had a nice continuation breakout, but God forbid they break this down below yesterday's lows and they break below this lower band of support in blue, then the Dow transports are in all sorts of trouble. Guess what's happening? We undercut yesterday's fairly bullish bar, and now we appear poised to break down below what I believe to be a bear flag setup. So UPS, Dow transports, looking the same or similar, not the same, similar with their lower highs probably being set up. I would avoid UPS right now. I think you're going to have a better opportunity in the future, not right now. Let's go to the closing price action. We only have less than a minute to go here. What's important to us right now, we're going to drill down to a 5-minute chart. I want to watch who's in control. Right now on a 15-minute bar, the bears are clearly in control with really 90% sellers right now. Look at the volume picking up here. Let's go to a 30-minute view. 30-minute bar. Bears are in control. So let's go down to the 5-minute bar. So we closed down 0.60%. So as I said earlier, I think what's going to happen here is that we're going to rally back. We're going to retest that daily resistance level. And then in all probability, we are going to fade south because of seasonality. The end of September into October, not a great period of time. I think what we're probably going to set up for is a rocky October, maybe 7 to 10% pullback. Then I think you got to set up for that November rally into the new year. And then after the new year, I think that this market's probably going to come under quite a bit of pressure. So that's my take. And members, I will talk to you on Market Wrap. Everybody have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you soon. Be well.